They laughed when he said he would buy a Rolls Royce. They thought it was a joke, a fantasy. Bro, you can't even pay rent. Stop dreaming, they said. But he didn't argue. He just looked up, smiled, and whispered to himself, maybe not today. But one day, I'll drive past you. And you'll remember this laugh. This isn't a story about money. It's a story about faith when nothing makes sense. A story about a boy who had no reason to believe, yet believed anyway. He was born in a small town, cracked roads, broken homes, tired people. His father worked double shifts at a factory, his mother repaired clothes in the tiny veranda. Every morning, he'd wake to the sound of machines outside and his father's cough inside. At school, he sat quietly in the back row, drawing cars in the margins of his notebook, cars he knew he'd never afford. He once told his teacher, "One day, I'll own a Rolls Royce." The class burst into laughter. The teacher smiled sadly and said, "Dreams are good, but you must be realistic." That night, as he walked home barefoot through the dusty street, he whispered, "Maybe they can't see it. But I can." At 16, life punched him in the face. His father died suddenly from a heart attack. The house that was already half broken now felt completely empty. He left school and started working at a local garage, fixing the kind of cars he used to dream about. Every day, he wiped the dust off engines worth more than his entire neighborhood. Every night, he'd sit on the garage steps, hands covered in grease, staring at the stars, and whisper, "One day, one of these cars will have my name on it." But dreams don't grow easy in hard soil. His boss yelled at him. Customers insulted him. Some days, he went home with only enough money for bread. Yet he saved a single dollar every week, kept it hidden in a small metal box under his bed. Not because it was worth much, but because it reminded him of where he wanted to go. When you're poor, you realize something brutal: no one is coming to save you. His relatives said, "Stop wasting your time dreaming." His friends said, "We're all the same, accept it." But he couldn't. He refused to. He started watching motivational videos on a cracked phone. He read business blogs during lunch breaks. He learned everything he could: marketing, design, e-commerce, all free, all alone. At night, while others slept, he stayed up learning. The neighborhood went silent, but his heart was loud, beating with hunger, not for food, but for change. At 20, he tried starting an online store, borrowed $200 from his cousin, bought cheap watches to sell. He thought it would make him rich overnight. It failed. Miserably. He lost everything. People laughed again. His cousin called him stupid. He went home, opened his metal box, the one with his savings, and found it almost empty. He cried that night. For hours. But after every tear came a thought: maybe failure is just the start. He wrote on a piece of paper, "I will not stop until I make it." He taped it above his bed, the first thing he saw every morning. He didn't find success overnight. He built it one sleepless night at a time. He started freelancing, making ads for small local shops. He got rejected again and again. Some clients didn't pay. Some disappeared. But one small clothing brand took a chance on him. He worked on their campaign day and night, no food, no breaks, no excuses. The campaign went viral. The brand's owner called him, "You made us $20,000 in a week. How much do you charge?" He didn't know what to say. He simply whispered, "Whatever you think is fair." They paid him $500, more than he'd ever held in his hands. He didn't celebrate. He didn't post it online. He simply looked up and said, "This is only the beginning." He kept building. One client turned into 10. 10 turned into hundreds. He learned how to manage people, lead a team, and build systems. He failed again, but now he failed forward. By 28, he had a full marketing agency. He moved to a small apartment in the city, no furniture, just a laptop, a desk, and a vision. He worked 14 hours a day. He lost friends, missed weddings, ignored distractions. And one night, as he looked out from his balcony, he realized he wasn't chasing money anymore. He was chasing meaning. On a bright morning, exactly 12 years after his father's death, he walked into a Rolls Royce showroom. The same model he had once seen in a magazine as a child stood there, gleaming silver, flawless. The salesman said politely, "Sir, would you like to take a test drive?" He smiled. "No," he said softly. "I'd like to buy it." As he signed the papers, his hands trembled. He wasn't shaking from excitement, he was shaking from memory. Every insult. Every hungry night. Every rejection. All of it replayed like a film in his head. When he held the keys, he whispered, "Dad. We made it." He drove slowly, not to show off, but to feel every second of it. People on the same streets stared. Some recognized him, their jaws dropped. He stopped at the same corner where he once fixed cars. He looked at the old garage, smiled, and said to himself, "This is where it all began." The boy who couldn't afford a bus ticket was now driving a Rolls Royce not because of luck, but because he never quit. So if you're watching this, listen carefully. You don't need to be born rich. You don't need talent, luck, or support. You just need obsession, the kind that burns when everyone else sleeps. Pain will visit you. Failure will humiliate you. But remember, that's how diamonds are made. The poor boy didn't buy a Rolls Royce to flex. He bought it to remind himself what's possible when you refuse to give up. Neura Rise, where failure becomes the first step to greatness.